man here that knows all the track gossip. What's your name, sir?
Jay Schnipper.
Jay Schnipper. Well, I'll tell you what, Jay. What is the deal with tonight? Can you explain it for us? I mean, we don't know exactly what each class is paying. We don't know exactly what's going on.
Okay, the late model classes are paying them $3,000 to win. And they're paying the modified class $1,000 to win. And as far as the street stock, super streets, and bombers, I don't know. They're having a special race tomorrow night for them. That is their larger pay scale race.
I gotcha. And how does that change when you're qualifying? Does your qualifying time make a difference? Is it different when you qualify now? What's the deal?
The way they do it with the qualifications, top 6 qualifiers go to what's called the fast dash. They invert the top 6, run them in the dash, and the way you finish that dash is the way you line up in the feature. And then they determine the rest of the positions by the heat races.
I couldn't have said it any better. I know, for sure I couldn't have. How'd you do in qualifying?
We was 3rd fastest.
That's good. Are you pretty proud of yourself?
Well, I guess so, yeah.
You'd rather get up there in the first place position, though, right?
Oh yeah, I was first there for a couple people, and then got that taken away from me. But
well, then you've got a good chance tonight, don't you think?
Well, I hope so. Yeah, we ought to start towards the back of the fast dash, but as long as we finish the fast dash, at least we're in the feature.
Are you out here practicing every weekend, running, racing here, or there, where?
We run K&L Raceway every Saturday night, and Hopstad, Indiana, Tri-State Speedway on Sunday nights.
So you're busy every weekend?
Pretty well.
This is really exciting getting to talk to you again out here at K&L. I have heard more about you this last month than I have in a long time. Just win after win after win. It must be really tough.
Well, we have had a good month, really did. We started out up at Hopstad, Indiana. We won the big 10,000 win show up there. And then just came off, of course, this weekend with the ARCA win at Omaha, Nebraska. So that was real good for us, the whole team. Everybody.
Yeah, that's been the talk today. Everybody's like, go over there and talk to Ed, and I'm glad I got to catch up with you. It's been tough finding you here today.
Oh, yeah. Well, we're just trying to watch this racetrack and see what it's doing. We drew a bad number to qualify, wanted to last out. So we got a long ways to go tonight, but I think if we can get the racetrack figured out, we'll be all right.
What's so tough about the racetrack? Everybody says it's a different racetrack tonight. What's different?
The moisture is all out of it starting in the daytime, and it's just real dry slick right now. They watered the track right before qualifying, which gave the top 5, 6 or more cars a heck of an advantage for qualifying, and I said we were one of the last ones to go out, so we got our work cut out here.
Oh my gosh.
We'll make it, I think.
Well, I'm talking to Kevin Gundaker, and this is only your second time out here this year, isn't it?
Yes, this is our second appearance here at the Speedway.
Well, we've been waiting for you to come out here. It's about time, doggone it.
Well, they've finally had a reason to come out. They've got a really big show tonight. Got a nice crowd, good weather. Hope we can really run good here tonight.
Pretty nice purse, too, I hear.
Yes, very nice.
We're talking to all the big names, and we're talking to Doug McCammon. How'd you do in the prelims?
Well, I guess I found out we qualified first, so that'll put us like in the back of a fast dash that they have. So we're locked in the feature, so that's a good thing there.
It's a pretty big night, isn't it?
Yeah, for this track, it's a real big night. It'd be nice to win this one.
How often are you out here?
How often are we out here?
Yeah.
We come here pretty much every week. Every now and then, if we find a bigger show somewhere, we'll do a little bit of traveling, but we'll come to most of the races down here.
Now, what did I tell you?
My God, I guess you were right.
Doggone it, I'm always right. I was so excited, my heart was jumping right out of my chest. How about you?
Well, I was trying not to get too excited. That would have been a problem. I had to keep calm so I could keep the car nice and straight.
That last lap, did you just know? Did you just know that?
Yeah. Since we were in the lead when we took the white flag, I felt pretty good. I wasn't going to mess up.
Congratulations.
We're out here at K&L, and I'm here with Ken Nibbs, which is going to be driving in a powder puff tonight. And you know, these girls are kind of different. The guys, look how laid back she is.
I don't have a car right now. I'm not excited.
Well, I'll tell you what, it looks like you got a lot of guys working on trying to get you one ready. How you going to run tonight?
Well, I drew pole position, and it looks like I'm going to be running in my tennis shoes. But I ain't scared.
You're not scared, huh? Well, I don't blame you. Racing's safe. It's safer out there on the racetrack than it is out on the interstate, isn't it?
Yeah, that's for sure. I know what's in the car. I mean, it's our car. I've watched it from start to finish, so I know it's safe.
Have you ever raced before?
No,
It's going to be your first time.
just the car I drive every day, you know, up and down the road like that. But as far as on a racetrack, no.
So you race up and down the highway.
Yeah.
This will be more fun for you. We'll be watching for you, and good luck.
Thank you.
Well, I'm with Jenny Miller, the defending champion out here at Powder Puff. Jenny, what are you going to do this year?
I'm going to do my best to win.
Oh, yeah? How'd you win last year? How many laps was it?
I didn't count them.
You didn't got a bunch of them, wasn't it?
There was quite a few.
Could you drove a few more?
Sure.
Well, I'll tell you what, they said it was tough racing last year. Well, you had Sandy second, and who was the girl third? You
All I
know
knew
who-
was I wasn't letting no one come around me.
Yeah, you got the trophy. Right?
Yes,
Are you going to keep it for this year, too?
yes, I'm going to do it my best.
I'll tell you what, looks like you're in a pretty good car. Tell me a little bit of car. Who owns it?
Gary Jarvis owns this car. He's from West Frankfort. He's a real good friend of mine. He's an excellent driver, and he deserves all the credit for this because he's built this car himself.
I'm with Julie Forrester and Steve Bailey. Judy drove last year in the Powder Puff. Steve's never loaned his car before, and they've got together. Now tell us what's going to happen. Julie, what are you going to do tonight?
I get out there and run like crazy.
Steve, what are you thinking?
Well, I'd like to give the lady a chance. She wants to drive, and by golly, I'll give anybody a chance if they want to race a car.
I'll tell you what, I'm sure proud of you guys going in your cars like this, because this is one of the best things you can do out here.
I think it's great with him because my husband's car just broke down. We broke idler arm, and there's not too many people that race Dodge, so him loaning me his car and not even seeing me before, I think that's great.
Helen, you're going to be driving this 7R tonight, aren't you?
Yes.
Is it the first time you've been in a race car?
Yes, it is.
What do you think you're going to do?
Well, I'm going to try to keep from spinning out, so I hope I just keep my position and maybe get up to first.
Well, you've been around racing a little bit, don't you? Are you co-owner of the car or
Partial owner?
partial owner? Now, who drives it? You drive it one week, he drives it next?
No, not really. This is my first time, so it's an experience.
Well, it'll be fun. I'll tell you what, we wish you a lot of luck. Anything you want to tell the fans out here about women driving race cars?
Oh, gosh. It's going to be a real rush.
It sure will. We'll be watching for you.
Thank you.
Heartland Racer is brought to you in part by Z-Call Racing Fuels, the formula for the checkered flag, and Illinois Corn Marketing Board, corn checkoff dollars at work.
Advertisers, you pay big money, that's big money to procure airtime for your television commercials. If you want to stand out from your competition, call Main Street Productions. At Main Street Productions, your ad can have glorious graphics and computer animation. 1 million people are going to see your ad, so go ahead, skimp on production costs or get with the 20th century and call Main Street Productions. Main Street Productions is located in Benton, Illinois. Call 435-4628. That's 435-4628.
If you love great food and auto racing, the Checkered Flag is the place to be. The Southern Illinois Racing Connections owner, Barry Bain, has his own personal collection of NASCAR souvenirs on display. There's autographed cards from all of the favorites, like Ernie Irvan and Rick Mast, Rusty Wallace, and many more. That's the Checkered Flag, 401 East Walnut in Carbondale.
Genuine Draft Rusty Wallace stock car. Awesome. When opened up.
Ed and Nancy Jamerson would like to invite you in for the drive of your life. A test drive in one of Jamerson Auto Sales, like new, late model, low mileage, pre-owned cars, trucks, and vans. See their new expanded lot with the largest selection of the best in pre-owned cars in Southern Illinois. Jamerson Auto Sales, located on Route 37 North in Benton.
And now, Dale's Harley-Davidson and the Wrench brings you the King City Hill Climb. I'm with Kevin Northrup, the District 17 Director of Hill Climbs. I didn't know there was hill climbs in Southern Illinois. Tell us about it, Kevin.
Well, the hill climbs have been going on in Southern Illinois for as long as I've been riding, which was from the mid-'60s. I rode at White City in 1967 and I think here in 68, so they've been around for a long time. This club quit having hill climbs in the early 80s and has just come back into the district, and we're really happy to have them back because we don't have that many hill climb clubs left. We've only got about 5 or 6 in the state. So we're really happy to have this club active again.
Okay, so this is a club that controls all this property out here, and the main thing is hill climbing, or do they race motocross out here through the woods? I know it's beautiful woods out here. What all do they do out here?
As I understand it, they do have a motocross track. I think it's a good one. They also run some hare scrambles as well as the hill climb. So I would call it an all-purpose dirt club. I don't think they have a flat track yet, but that might be in the coming too.
Well, I'll tell you what, it sure is neat. So, do these guys mainly just race the hill climbs, or do they do other forms of racing too?
The majority probably are just hill climbers, and but a lot of them, like my son, actually I have 2 sons in the sport. They'll motocross if they have a chance. They'll ride a flat track if they have a chance, but the hill climb is their main sport. Not quite true. The hill climb is my youngest son's main sport. Motocross is the oldest son's main sport, but they'll both go to the Nationals.
Yeah, well, the one son won last night. Which one was that?
Jason, 19 years old. Yes, he did win at White City last night, turned fast time on his 400cc Yamazuki, which is a Yamaha engine mounted in a Suzuki frame.
Well, yeah, that's what I was going to ask you. It don't look like one of these bikes. You just walk in a corner bike shop and get one. So most of these are custom made by the guys who ride them?
Most all of the motorcycles are custom made. Many of them are just simply motocrossers that have extended frames. Others are very exotic. We have one bike that has a 750cc 3-cylinder street engine mounted in a Honda motocross frame. You'll see some 1400cc bikes out here. The engine's mounted in motocross frames. So everybody is creative. You build what you think will work, and sometimes some of the creations are pretty entertaining.
Yeah, I've seen some exotic stuff out here today. I've seen some guys come up, and one guy got plumb to the top and then come right back on him. So it can be a pretty tedious sport, can't it?
It can be dangerous. I believe it's one of the safest of the speed sports, mainly because you got one person on the hill at a time. You don't, like in motocross, you go down, you could get run over by 30 people. At least here, your danger is rolling back down the hill, getting thrown into the woods, but at least it's one rider at a time.
Yeah, well, I've seen some awful good air over the top of that. And I'll tell you what, now, I'd like for you to let us know more about this stuff, and as we can, we'll try to come out and cover some of it.
Wonderful cars are in DuQuoin. I happen to think this is one of the prettiest cars out here at I-57. What's your name?
Phil Ryan.
Phil, I have to commend you. This is a beautiful car. Did you do a lot of the work yourself?
Yeah, we did it all ourselves.
All of it. Whoa. Painting, everything?
From the ground up, we built it from scratch. We bought the body from a fiberglass company, but everything else was built from scratch.
A lot of time and love and devotion. Are you out here every week?
Every weekend, every Saturday night.
That's fantastic. What's special about this car? Can you tell anybody? Maybe the tires, anything that you've done specially to this car that isn't quite normal? I mean, this tailpipe looks pretty neat too.
Yeah, well, these are home-built headers here too, exhaust headers, and everything here was built from scratch, even the motor and transmission, and anything special about it might be that it's 100% Ford. We're proud of that. We're a Ford team here, and it's Ford from nose to tail, so we're proud of that.
That's really neat. What about the tires here?
Well, those are special racing slicks that we use for drag racing.
Yeah. Well, it's beautiful. Once again, hi. Well, you know, when I go out to the drag strip, I always typically think of a dragster as looking like this car here. What's your name?
My name's Rob Sample.
Well, Rob, this is kind of a neat car. Is there anything different about this car that isn't really quite like the other ones out here?
No, typically most dragsters are built to this format here, the only difference being the wheelbase on them.
What's different about the wheelbase?
Well, they're longer, shorter, and there again, it depends on the motor you're running, the class you're running, and what actually you're going, what kind of speed you want to make and things like that.
What class are you running and what's your time?
Well, the class that I run in here is Super Pro, which, like on a national event tour, this car was built for Super Comp, which runs an 890 index, and in bracket racing, you just basically run whatever you can dial your car in.
Ooh. Well, that's kind of neat. And there's another thing I have to ask you. I noticed there were stickers all along the bottom of the car. Are these sponsors, or why are there stickers all over the bottom of your car?
No, these stickers are manufacturers who pay contingency money on the national event tours. If a person wins up to like first, second, or third place, each one of these manufacturers, if you're using parts from them on your car, they kick in a little extra money and make the money a little bit better than what it would be without it.
You know, that's neat because I never did know that. I wasn't really quite sure because a lot of people have stickers all over their car. I thought, well, that's kind of neat.
No, most every one of the stickers that are on there is a manufacturer that pays some kind of money for first, second, or third at a national event.
Well, thanks for shedding a little light on this for me. You've been great. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Heartland Racer is brought to you in part by Autocrafters Warehouse for all your body shop supplies, and Mark's Engines, serving the area for 10 years. Ed and Nancy Jamerson would like to invite you in for the drive of your life. A test drive in one of Jamerson Auto Sales, like new, late model, low mileage, pre-owned cars, trucks, and vans. See their new expanded lot with the largest selection of the best in pre-owned cars in Southern Illinois. Jamerson Auto Sales, located on Route 37 North in Benton.
Advertisers, you pay big money, that's big money, to procure airtime for your television commercials. If you want to stand out from your competition, call Main Street Productions. At Main Street Productions, your ad can have glorious graphics and computer animation. 1 million people are going to see your ad, so go ahead, skimp on production costs or get with the 20th century and call Main Street Productions. Main Street Productions is located in Benton, Illinois. Call 435-4628. That's 435-4628.
Genuine draft Rusty Wallace stock car. Awesome when opened up.
If you love great food and auto racing, the Checkered Flag is the place to be. The Southern Illinois Racing Connections owner, Barry Bain, has his own personal collection of NASCAR souvenirs on display. There's autographed parts from all of the favorites, like Ernie Irvan and Rick Mast, Rusty Wallace, and many more. That's the Checkered Flag, 401 East Walnut in Carbondale.
Kinds of people here. Kenny Schrader's here. We got Jimmy Burwell. We got Dick Taylor. All the late model guys are out. It's Monday just before the 4th of July. The modifieds are here. The street stocks are here. It looks like it's going to be one heck of a race. We'll see you at the wall.
Look, I want to talk with Kevin Gundecker. Kevin, the Gundecker Realtor machine expected to work real good. Now, again, we're not able to do any qualifying. It's up to pill draw, but you're a tough driver here at the racetrack, and you have been for a long time. How do you feel about racing tonight?
Well, I feel pretty good. We're hoping that the pill draw would have been a little better. We're going to have to start a little farther back than we really wanted to, but we usually get up front here, so we'll be all right.
The Gundecker Realtors machine has always been a tough competitor here at the I-55 Raceway. You like that high bank oval?
Oh, we really like it here down here. Carol's done such a good job with the place, and just really love coming down here to run.
What are your feelings of going into tonight's competition? You see two of your competitors right here with you. You've got some awful tough competition.
Well, there's quite a bit of tough competition here tonight, and two sitting next to me here are always tough, and as long as we come home ahead of them, we'll be fine.
Well, good luck tonight, Kevin. We'll see you on the racetrack.
Well, thank you very much.
Ed, again, I want to congratulate you on your win, your big ARCA win, and Kenny Schrader's car.
Right. Thank you. We had a good run out there in Omaha, Nebraska, and it was on a dirt track, half mile, so we had a little bit of experience on most of the guys, and it just worked out real good for us.
Anything else in the works now to keep driving for Kenny and doing some more work this year?
We're going to finish out the season between him and Jimmy Harton. We're going to finish out and run every ARCA race there is, and hopefully we can get him up in owner points by the end of the year and win this thing yet.
I asked Kenny just a few minutes ago about what it's going to take to get the car dialed into track conditions tonight. After Mother Nature, you're just going to have to wait for heat racing and see what happens.
I believe so. After hot laps, we should be able to adjust the car a little bit more. Of course, everybody knows it's going to be pretty heavy at first, and we just have to set the car up a little bit looser for that condition.
Not able to qualify, it's up to a pill draw. It's just kind of gambler's luck on where you're going to start your heat races. How do you feel about that?
Well, I guess if you're a good gambler, it's all right. My luck wasn't too good tonight. We drew a pretty high number, so we'll be starting close to the rear.
Well, now the All-Talk Trucking B-Auto machine works real good for you here at the I-55 Raceway, so really it doesn't make any difference where you're going to start. Well, you know where you usually end up.
Well, we'll try to get there anyway. We got a good crew and some good owners with Charlie and Sandy Barzoff, and all the guys, they just put a good car together for me to drive.
Well, good luck tonight, Ed Dixon. We wish you all the best of luck in the world. Who's joined us in the Budweiser 25 late model car tonight. Kenny, not having a chance to do any qualifying due to the track conditions, how was the pill draw working for you tonight?
I don't even know how many they had in there, so I don't know. We drew 40-something, so it doesn't make any difference. So whether you qualify or draw pills or what, same guys lined up in the front at the end of the night anyway, so either fast enough or you're not.
You haven't had a chance to do any work at all on this track, and of course, kind of going into the end of the heat races, or actually you're qualifying. When are you going to do most of the work to determine how to dial the car in? Is it going to be hot laps, or is it going to be your first heat racing?
I would say probably a heat race. You know, we'll run a couple hot laps. Track will probably still be pretty wet. We'll just have to see what happens in the heat race and just keep adjusting.
Well, Kenny, good luck tonight, and I want to thank you for joining us tonight at the I-55 Raceway.
Thank you.
The Budweiser 25 driver, Kenny Schrader.
How often you get to race this thing a year?
I'll probably run a little Budweiser dirt car about 6, 7 times a year. That's about it.
Yeah. How many times you race a week? You're out there almost every night, aren't you?
We've cut way back this year. We used to run, last year we ran like 104 shows. This year we're going to run like 70, 75. So we made a pretty big cut.
Yeah, do you get time to sleep?
Oh yeah, I get plenty of sleep.
How'd you do in the ARCA race?
Well, we left Daytona. We run 6 down there, and we're leading the 1 Saturday night up Michigan. Cut a tire with 8 laps to go, wound up 7th, and run 2nd Sunday night, another little track in Michigan.
I'll tell you what, this thing looked like it was running pretty good. You run 3rd in the heat race here. How's the track out here? I know they had a lot of problems with it. How did it do after you got out there on it?
Well, it just, you know, took a long time to get it packed in. I don't know how good the bottom is still now. I was going to go take a look at it, but they did a good job of getting it as good as it is for the conditions they had.
Oh, yeah, they had some heavy conditions. Well, I sure appreciate it, and I wish you a lot of good luck tonight.
Hey, man, thank you.
Thanks. First time running Peebly, isn't it?
Yes, sir, it sure is.
And how'd you do in the heat race?
Had a rough time. We ended up with 6th. What the heck? It's a lot of fun, you know.
Yeah, but that ain't the big deal. What happened in the conflict?
Oh, I won that baby! I won that baby!
Is that your first late model win?
That's my first late model win.
I'll tell you what, you had that car going around like it was on a string. I mean, you was pulling everything out there with you. And there was some good cars out there now.
Oh, it felt really good for a change, you know. I don't know how to explain it, man. We've been a long time getting here.
I know. Did you do anything different?
No, not really. I mean, we found one little quirk in the car that just aggravated us all last year, and it's just amazing what one little thing in that silly thing will do for the car. But it's been unreal since we've changed it around.
Well, I'll tell you what, Jerry, I'm proud of you and happy for you. Thanks a bunch.
Well, I appreciate the interview, Steve, and we'll see you all later, man.